first, let's welcome back a lady who follows in the exploring footsteps of Sherry Houston. Yes, a plane from Bangkok returned her safely to us yesterday. Denise is back. Yeah! Dare I ask on a live show, but what have you been up to?
I can basically say nothing about what went on in Bangkok. I saw Sherry going down the whole side of it. It was lovely, and I felt so sorry for all the people and everything. I can say very little. All I can say is what I saw done with darts would make Eric Bristow's eyes water. Thank you very much. 180!
How did Carol's birthday, though?
Carol's birthday was absolutely fantastic. It was this beautiful... She had 40 of her friends, some of whom I knew and some of whom I didn't. And you literally got this speedboat. Tim was in the front pretending to be James Bond, looking ridiculous. But anyway, bless him. And there he is! And we got up to this place, and it was this beautiful villa on these stilts, gorgeous lighting. Carol had laid on free champagne. Everything was gorgeous. Wow. It was almost like a wedding. Sadly, it wasn't a wedding, but all the chairs had those beautiful things with the bows and everything. And it was fabulous, fabulous food, everything. And obviously the night wore on and people had a little bit more to drink. But Tim was amazingly sober for him, and I was really proud of him. And then he got up and sang at the karaoke, and people who hadn't heard him sing before, because he is a good singer, for those who haven't heard him, were all going, oh my God. He sang Have I Told You Lately That I Love You, that he sang on here, but he sang Have We Told You Lately That We Love You to Carol. Carol started crying. Carol forgive me. And then Mark got her up and they did like a dance with Tim singing. So when Tim sat down, all these people who didn't know him were coming over and saying, God, what a lovely voice. And I was going, I'm really proud of you. Literally, one of my favourite songs, You To Me Are Everything, came on. So I got up to dance. You to me are everything. By the time I came back, Tim was so drunk. He was literally, after a 3-minute dance, he was talking to a plant and laughing at what the plant was saying to him. I literally went back to my seat. You to me are everything. Sat back down, and he went to this plant. I said, well, like, shut up. To the plant. I couldn't believe it. Then smashed everything, just true to form. But it was absolutely brilliant. Then we had one quite wild night where I was with lots of Carol's friends. And I'm sure that there is a famine now in Bangkok because I've eaten enough rice. Excuse me, chicken fried rice. So this one night, anyway... Tim went off with a splinter group. We called them the last of the summer wine splinter group because that was her older friends. So we're going, yeah, bye, compo, off you go. Like, and I went off with another group to a certain club, which was eye-watering but very, very interesting. And I'll tell you girls all about that. All about that later.
You've been to Pat Pong.
I've certainly been to Pat Pong. Yep.
So have I.
It was brilliant.
My eyes are still watering.
People, the loveliest people. Why? No, loveliest people in the world, the Thai people, I have to say. I totally get... I'd only been to Thailand once, not for very long, and I totally get Carol's love of Bangkok and everything because they just are such a wonderful people, and so it was fabulous.
Good.
Poor Thailand, she's going back. Now, one of the most recognised women of the last 12 months is Susan Boyle, but it didn't stop Eurostar staff from mistaking her for Her Majesty the Queen on a recent trip. Apparently, rumours circulated that the Queen was catching a train back to London from Paris, and everyone was ordered to observe royal etiquette. But it was, in fact, of course, Subo, who was travelling with her niece. Nice. So, a right royal mix-up. She looks nothing like her. But that hasn't stopped some of us being mistaken for others in the past. Do we have doppelgangers? And,
yes, well,
and if so,
actually,
who?
I'm just reading in the paper today. It says super nanny Jo Frost is stunned that she gets mistaken for loose woman panellist Jane McDonald all the time. She says, I get it about twice a day. Funny enough, so do I. I suppose...
There she is.
Yeah, she's
really.
She's a lot younger than me. I suppose that's a bit of an insult to her, really, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
We are nothing like each other.
For,
Anita Harris. I get Anita Harris all the time. So, especially when I show her.
Look.
Yeah, there's a slight resemblance there.
And Denz, have you ever been mistaken for anyone?
Well, when we went to the NTA Awards recently, I was sat next to Carol and I saw her going, Denzi! June Whitfield. Who I love and adore, one of my favourite actresses, but she is considerably older. Then when I was at the Edinburgh Festival about 3 years ago, Tim was doing a play and I went to see this other comedian and I was buying some of the sort of CDs and everything after. And this guy went, God, you're on stage in about half an hour, aren't you? And I went, no, I'm not. I'm not doing a show here. It's my husband. Thought I was Christine Hamilton.
Really? No.
Yes, sure. Yes, I like Christine. She's in the building, so I'm very honoured to look like Christine.
Well, you know, for the last few months, I've been asked if I've been... keep being asked, did you kill Archie? I've been mistaken for Sam Janice quite a few times, and which is an absolute compliment, because she's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I had an hilarious encounter the other day. I was at Radio 2. I work there sometimes, and I was in the reception having a chat with a producer, and Johnny Walker came in, who's a complete legend, and I absolutely love him, and he started chatting to us, and I thought, oh, gosh, you know, I'm having a conversation with Johnny Walker, brilliant. And he kept referring to me throughout the conversation as, you're a game girl, aren't you? And I thought... Ow. Sorry, Cole. I thought, does he realise who he's talking to? So at the end of the conversation, he said, you are who I think you are, aren't you? And I said, no, I don't know. Who do you think I am? He said, Amanda Holden.
Well, I've got to say, at least all yours are really young and glamorous.
No, I mean, absolutely. I'll take both of them with a massive
absolutely.
dose
You
of...
should be really...
Absolutely,
happy with
but
that.
then as I left the building, he looked really disappointed when it was me. He was like, oh, I've never heard of you. But then as I left the building, there was a guy stood outside with an autograph book, and he went, oh, I can't believe it, I just missed him, didn't I? And I said, yeah, sorry. And he went, I love Paul O'Grady.
Who's yours?
So funny. I always get mistaken for... well, not mistaken for, but people always say to me, you really remind me of Pauline Collins.
Yes,
I can see that.
Shirley Valentine.
The one that, just very quickly, just to end it, we were in Disneyland with the kids, and this guy comes up, this couple came up to Tim, and they said, oh, my God, we just love you, we love everything you do. And he went, oh. And they said, would you just mind signing this? And he went, no, not at all, not at all. There you are. And they went away, and they said, thank you, Mr. Hoskins.
Don't you think you look more like Barbara Cartland?
Shut up, Jane.
That is like double.
Isn't it like looking in a mirror?
It is.
Thanks, girls. Glad to be
A
back.
hall of mirrors. OK, time out now, but we're back in a moment.